Chapter 821. How she was going to explain this to Cape would be a problem for another day. Keith let out a peal of wild laughter at her words. Sure. Get me $10 billion. Hannah nearly went purple with rage. Everest Foreign Trade had been making a loss all this time and was hardly holding on as it was. Upon the agreement with Cape, they had made the initial payment of $5 billion, which had been used to save Everest Foreign Trade from bankruptcy. After clearing their debt and operation expenses, she was only left with roughly $2 billion. Besides, that was not money that she could just spend however she wanted. It was still under Cape's supervision. Was this bastard out of his mind, asking for $10 billion? That was impossible. Hannah shouted. Do you really think I can give that to you, Keith? Everest wouldn't even be worth $10 billion if I were to sell it. Where am I going to get you that money? You can't get me the money. Keith smirked. I guess you'll just have to agree to what I've asked, or none of you are getting out of here alive. Keith had finally shown his true colors. Fear slowly crept onto Hannah's face. She finally understood what Keith's true intentions were. He was after much more than $100 million. No. He wanted all of them held hostage so he could drain Everest Foreign Trade dry. Hannah lost all hope. There was no talking to this animal. Herod, Hannah said, gritting her teeth. Herod turned to her. Hannah said, My family's been good to you, right? Yes, madam, said Herod. Hannah took a deep breath. We're getting Dad back the hard way. We'll fight to the death. There might be a chance of getting out alive if they were to do that, despite it being a slim one. It was definitely better than waiting for the shoe to drop like prey. However, Herod said, I'm sorry, madam. I don't think that seems very smart. Hannah turned to look at him. Herod waved a hand, and the security team lowered their weapons to the ground. Hannah was stunned, staring at Herod in disbelief. She felt like she had just been struck in the chest with 1,000 hammers, overwhelmed with shock, disgust, and disbelief. Keith let out a peal of crazed laughter, firing two shots into the air. They rang loud and deafeningly, shattering Hannah's heart at the same time. Herod, said Hannah, tears in her eyes. You were behind my father's kidnapping? I'm sorry, madam, Herod said apologetically. We pay you in the millions every year, and you betrayed us. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you even human? Hannah screamed. Herod shrugged. A few million aren't really much compared to the $2 billion Everest has. You were after the money this whole time? Hannah asked in shock, dread filling her chest. Herod had betrayed the Toya family a long time ago, which explained why her father had been kidnapped all of a sudden. Herod had been in cahoots with Keith from the start. Hannah shook her head, smiling bitterly. She felt like dying if she was being honest. Alone in the middle of nowhere, betrayed by those she trusted the most. Hannah reached for the pistol at her waist.